Stepping inside the Clifton Hill United Soccer Club is like entering a Greek cafe, a place for its founders to while away the afternoons as they have for 20 years. But there are fewer Greek families around here these days, and the ageing trophies reflect the Hillmen's decline since their glory days in local soccer. Now, in a bid to revive the club's fortunes, the sons of the founders have thrown open its doors to all comers. My 15-year-old son has joined the Hillmen after trying several other clubs.
The coaches spoke Greek, they spoke Italian, they were really tough, the coaches were fierce, mean. They didn't, you couldn't relax. But at Clifton Hill it felt easy, the coach would talk in English. They were willing to accept anybody.
We've got to wait it, no. We've got to wait it.
Word of the recruitment drive has spread to the nearby inner-city suburb of Collingwood. A group of Vietnamese boys from the Housing Commission flats are coming to pre-season training.
What's your name?
Andy.
No.
No, Quang.
I gave you one.
What's your name?
Quang.
Where's this other boy named Kung? Talk about another boy named Kung.
There.
Kung.
Kung.
Which one's Kung?
Yeah, this one and this one.
Hey.
We still have a game.
Determined to accept this influx of older junior boys, the coaches decide to form two teams, although there's some doubt whether they really have the numbers.
10, 11, 12, 13.
In dividing up the players, I'm intrigued to see a little social engineering going on.
12. And put these in here for the time being.
Oh, like these Vietnamese kids, obviously, like you said, when there's a big group like that, what they'll tend to do is they'll hang around together.
Yes, that's another thing.
And when you break them up, let's say,
There'll be that resentment at the start.
well, there may be some kind of barrier to overcome at the start, but there's a smaller group, whether they like it or not, they're going to sort of slowly but surely get to know these kids better and so on, and we'll work from there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Well, see, this is why I think it's important also that they do sort of mix in, because it's to their own benefit, aside from the soccer thing, they're here on a much more wider scale than what they really realise. And mixing in with kids of different nationalities and, different backgrounds, it's all part of growing up.
While Alex believes that the under-16s should reflect our multicultural society, I wonder whether this diverse group of kids can be moulded into a team.
Let's go! Just go a little fast. Come on.
A public servant and of Greek parents, Alex was himself an under-16 hero in the club's heyday. After playing at senior level, he's now taking on the role of leadership.
I had chronic ankle injuries and more recently a knee injury which sort of forced me to have an operation. That's why I stopped playing soccer, and I thought at least I can contribute sort of in another way. So I decided to take up the coaching aspect.
Stan seems an odd character to find in a Greek club, but as a lover of soccer from his English childhood, he's always helped to manage local teams in his spare time.
I've been around. The last job I had was with the Army, Broadmeadows Army camp. Finished up as a senior storeman over there. Now I'm a man of leisure. Mr. Soccer, they call me. Australian rules had Teddy Winton. Soccer's got me.
Quang. This is Buck. Is your name Buck or Quang? Quang, that's what I tell Stan. Stan says no, it's Buck. See, it's Quang.
Yeah, Uncle Bob.
This is Quang, and he's Quang. Quang.
Yeah, that's what's his first name?
I'm Quang and he's Quang.
Quang.
And
Quang.
Quang. Quang, Quang. This one duck, this one chicken. So it's
Quang.
yeah. What do you want, Dad? Yeah, 101.
You get funny with me.
You stole my brother, huh?
Where's Nick? You can sit on the concrete floor. You want to find out when you get older.
The under-16s face a long winter campaign in the northern suburbs B League. Today is their first game together.
All I want is for all of you to give it 100%. That's all I ask for. Whether we win 20-0 or lose 20-0, you've got to be able to say that I've walked off and I've given it my best.
Nervous, always first game is nervous. As soon as we get started, nerves will go away, start playing.
Look at him, they're messy.
No, better than all. Don't worry.
Very confident about this.
And the goal.
We're agreeing.
So if the goals are there,
I mean, they're big, but that doesn't make anything different. I mean, you need skills in there. Like we're small, but skillful is better, isn't it?
the boys, just, learn to play with each other and, build a bit of team building and a bit of character and just learn, from here on that, we've all got to work together.
Wow. Sounds like bloody ducks.
The 6 teams in the league will play each other 4 times. Going to other soccer fields often feels like visiting a different country. Today the opposition is a strong and well-organised Turkish team.
Let's all pick up a player. Come on, let's all pick up a player, eh? All right, we didn't do too badly. The first 2 goals that we conceded, that was silly, really. And it was nothing to do with they were better than us. And you've seen. You all said to me before, look at them. They're this big. How are we going to play with them? We matched it with them. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. No, John. John, behind you. Handball, ref. Penalty kick. I think they're excited. Bloody wet, isn't it? We scored one, Stan, but they scored one too.
Yeah, I know. I seen the one we scored. I went in there, said anything to eat. She said, "Oh, I've got a roll." She said, she called it something. Turn your microphone off for a minute. I want to say a word. I don't know whether she said shitty or something like that.
No, she couldn't have.
It's just a round roll, it is, like a round roll, like a hoop. Just a round, just a bread roll, it is. What's the score now, Rocktown?
Two of the Vietnamese boys who look like promising players are Quang and John. I wonder if soccer is a kind of bridge for them into this new society.
You know how back in my country, street soccer is so popular in there. I mean, if you see little kids, they still playing soccer.
Everyone plays soccer in our country.
School ground at about 4 p.m. is full of players. soccer.
Did you play in shoes or did you play barefoot?
Barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot. We don't have money to buy a shoe. It's too expensive.
I think Vietnam is a good country too, but you know, we have to cross the ocean to looking for freedom and all that thing. But because my father and my mother, I'm just looking for, I have a bright future.
Now, in the airport, when I first come here, everything was so strange to me. I didn't get used to it yet. Like everything was so new, and cars and all that. I mean, foreign people, and in the youth group, like I was in my motherland, hanging with Vietnamese people, speaking Vietnamese. I feel really good in the youth group.
Hanging around with the under-16s, I soon realised what full lives they lead within their own communities. Like his teammates, John Alaferis juggles all sorts of conflicting demands in his daily life, including cultural responsibilities.
I like them to be a tree with roots. Because I told them all the time, you know, you have to love this country because you're born up here, you're grown up here, but you never forget who you are.
At home we speak the Greek language instead of English. And at school we usually hang around with Greek friends and we usually talk Greek. I mean, we talk soccer, we eat soccer, we sleep soccer. It's probably one of the main things in my life.
When I'm grown up, I would like to be a soccer player, to play for Australia. And if I have the chance, I can play for the World Cup.
Facing the third defeat in a row, and as feared still short of players, Vu gets the team off to a good start. This time we're up against a top Macedonian side.
Why can't I play today, Cole?
Because you haven't trained. You haven't not even trained. He hasn't even registered. What are you talking about?
Where the hell are you?
That's why you can't play.
That's why you can't, because you haven't brought your photos and birth certificate or passport and everything. That's what I've been waiting for you to do. I need players and you're letting me down. What's your name anyhow?